been a minute and I've already in a minute. I'ma need a sentimental man or woman about me. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bang out the fabulous, cause I give up way too much. I already got like 2 shots in my cup. Hey. Okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Miss JD. How y'all doing? Welcome to new subscribers. How are y'all? I'm glad you found this channel. You won't regret it. And if you're returning, hey y'all, what's up? Y'all know the vibes. So your girl recently just turned 21. Yay! So I'm officially an adult. Yeah. Scary, but like also exciting, you know. I'm growing into a fine woman. But yeah, I recently turned 21 and I thought, you know what, why don't I sit down and tell everyone 21 things I've learned so far in 21 years of life. Yeah, so stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, turn on those post notifications. Comment down below what y'all would like to see, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I've learned in 21 years of living is don't care about other people's opinions. Other people's opinions are none of your business, okay? Don't listen to it. Let it go in through one ear, out through the other. It's got nothing to do with you. Because other people's opinions will be so very limiting. They're only seeing with the human eyes, but when God has greater and bigger and better things planned for you, ain't no one gonna stop that. So, you know, don't worry about other people's opinions, okay? Worry about yourself and worry about God, okay? Because ultimately, let's just be real. We know the truth about ourselves. We know what we need to work on, you know, to improve or to get to where we want to be in life. So yeah. Number 2 is don't be afraid to try out new things, you know? Like, what's the worst that could happen trying out new things? Like, look at me with my YouTube channel. I've been wanting to start it since I was like 17, but you know, didn't really have the confidence to, but then I was like, you know what? I think it was last year. I worked on my intro, sat on it for about a year, and I was like, you know what? Today's the day. Let me just do it, okay? What's the worst that can happen? Like getting 2 views, okay? And that's fine as long as you put yourself out there, you know? Yeah. So try new things. Try new foods too and everything. Learn about people's cultures. It's good. And you know what? If you're afraid of failing or because you're trying new things and you're like me and you want things to be perfect on the first try, Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? So it's never gonna be perfect. But hard work is what's gonna make you improve your skill. So yeah, just try it out. And number 3 is happiness is a choice. Heavy on this one. You know, I used to be the type of girl that'd be like, no, when I lose weight and I get the body that I want, then I can, you know, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna wear 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna do this and that. Nah, get that idea out of your mind immediately, okay? Like, that shouldn't limit you. Happiness is a choice. Choose to be happy every day. Be grateful for the little things. Like, thank you, Jesus, I'm alive. Thank you, Jesus, I have food on my table. Thank you, Jesus, I'm getting an education, or whatever it might be. Because let's just be real. A lot of people aren't privileged like some of us are, you know? They don't have access to some of the things that you have. So be thankful for the little things and start to appreciate more. You'll find that you'll be happier in general, okay? Yeah, just choose to be happy. Number 4 is always aim to better yourself. Be it in acquiring skills, you know, taking a course online or reading books that, you know, are going to help you come out of that blocked mindset, you know, like have a more open mindset, be open to learning new things, like being a sponge and taking things in, because that's one thing that no one can take from you, like your knowledge. So I think it's very good to acquire skill sets. Who knows, it might help you down the line, okay? And even if it might not be in your field or whatever, you never know, like you don't like limit yourself to one thing. You can do several things, so you know, try it out and let me know how that goes. Number 5, this lesson I learned the hard way for sure, and I'm still learning to this day, and it hurts, but some people were meant to be in your life for a small or a short amount of period in time. Not everyone in your life that you're gonna meet is gonna be forever, and sometimes the friendships that you've developed or relationships you've developed were strictly because of surroundings and not because y'all were as tight as y'all thought you were. You know, once you get that lesson through, like learn what types of friends you have for sure. Like, is this a leaf that's just gonna blow away at the smallest inconvenience? Is this a branch that's gonna stay for a bit but then eventually break off? Or is this friend the roots? And I feel like it's important to have at least like 1 or 2 strong friends that you really like trust and rely on, like, because having friends that like having a lot of friends is not really important. You definitely need friends that are going to be open and honest with you, ready to have difficult conversations, you know, ready to communicate. And I think that's very important to have. So start looking at your list and seeing if those are your friends or those are your acquaintances, because a lot of us got acquaintances, okay? But anyways, like my sister always says to me, don't overextend yourself to people that'll run a mile for you. Let me repeat that again. Don't overextend yourself to people that wouldn't run a mile for you. You know what that means? That basically means that if you see that you're the one constantly reaching out to people, reaching out, checking in on everyone, making sure they're okay and whatnot, but none of that is being reciprocated, it's best for you to leave. I'm gonna be honest. Think of it like you have a cup here and you have a jug, right? The jug is full of water, and the water is all the energy that you have, all the care, everything, right? And the cup is the container that you give to your people, friends, families, acquaintances, whatever. You pour that in, you keep giving, you keep giving, you keep giving. Who's gonna refill your jar? Exactly. So don't overextend yourself, honestly. It might be hard, believe me, it might be hard, but at the end of the day, it'll be so much beneficial when you stop. Never live beyond your means / budgeting for other people. Let me tell y'all something. I learned this the hard way, okay? My dad engraved in me at like, I think I was less than 10. I was probably like 9. I was probably around 8 or 9 years old, and the school uniforms were changing. So, you know, I was thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the new uniform, you know. Everyone sign my uniform. Everyone signs my uniform. I get home, my dad's like, what did you do? What did you do? And I was like, oh no, you know, there's a new uniform that's being introduced, so you know, it's fine, it's okay, I won't need this anymore. And he was like, who told you that I have the money to pay for that uniform? Who told you that? And I was like, and he was like, yeah, you're gonna learn. And best believe for like the first couple of weeks, just to teach me a lesson, we didn't get the new uniform, and I wore the old one with writings on it. How embarrassing was that? Very. So honestly, if you don't have the money, don't spend it, because it's not a good look when you're in debt and you're borrowing from this person, then borrowing from the next to replenish what you borrowed from A, and yeah, it's not gonna go well. Don't do it, okay? It's not worth it. Live with what you have. If all your friends are eating chicken in, but you know, all you have is sadza from home, eat sadza from home. Don't be ashamed about it. It's food. We all eat, you know, different things. So live within your means, guys. Like, budget. Definitely budget. Number 8 is live in the moment and don't worry about things that are out of your reach right now or out of your control. I'll never forget, we went to Nyanga for a leadership trip, and I bought a camera, but the card wasn't working. And I was so focused on that instead of living in the moment, looking at the beautiful scenery and really taking it in for the first couple of days of the trip, I won't lie. And all that consumed me was like, damn, this camera isn't working. This camera isn't working. I'm not going to be able to capture the right moment. Not going to be able to keep the memories. But guess what? As soon as I was like, you know what? It is what it is. It ain't gonna work. Let me just enjoy it. I really sat down and took it in, watched the beautiful waterfalls, the scenic view that we woke up to each morning. I still remember to this day some of the conversations that I had with my friends. It was so fun once I realized, no, be grateful, enjoy what you have. You may not have, you know, a device to take pictures in, but you have your eyes, the original camera that God blessed you with, okay? So use them. So yeah, number 9 is very important. Make sure you involve God through the hills and the valleys, okay? Like, I know that people always say, no, involve God in everything you do, but no, it's a fact. God needs to be in everything you do, everywhere you go, whether it's waking up, driving, whatever. Even if it's not like a full-on like 10-minute prayer, because like, I don't want to lie, I've spoken to my mom about this before. I've been like, Mom, like, I feel like as an adult now, like, I should be praying for 15 minutes or more, right? But what if that's not my thing? What if like praying for that long isn't my thing? And she was like, no, it's okay. Anything, any amount, any sentence, whatever that you say to God and like you truly mean, it's fine. As you're talking to God, God understands your heart, God knows you, that's fine. But anyways, things are going great, pray, thank God, you know, do all of that. When things are bad, pray and thank God and all of that too. But there's that the parable of the lepers, the 10 lepers, where they were all healed, saw that they were healed, but only one went back and thanked Jesus. Okay, so you need to thank Jesus in everything that you do, because you never know in the valleys, when you're at your lowest, you know, he's thinking about a whole bunch of things. He's doing a whole bunch of things that you're not even seeing, or he's protecting you from a whole bunch of other things, right? But you're not seeing that. You're just seeing, God, why aren't you giving this to me now? I need this now. I've been praying, but you haven't been answering. So, you know, I think it's very important to just keep with it and talk to God every day, no matter what your situation is, because he will help you out and he is working, but it'll be at his time, not your time, unfortunately, sweetie. So that's on that. My mom taught my siblings and I this lesson, and I feel like it's very important, and it is, never let someone's actions dictate your behavior. Are you a puppet? No, you're not a puppet. Because if you allow people to control how you behave, your emotions, how you're reacting, screaming, shouting, think of the worst things ever, you know, cussing people out, all of that, you're a puppet, you're being controlled, and that's what they want. No, what you need to do is have a self-evaluation and be like, yes, what this person said is pissing me off, or it's hurting my feelings, so let me just step back and, you know, figure out how I'm gonna deal with it, because you need to learn that some things and some battles aren't worth it at all, aren't worth the risk of you potentially getting, I don't know, expelled or fired or whatever it is, right? Because at the end of the day, you are a brand and you need to represent yourself well in the world, and popping off at every single person won't be good for you in the long run, because that means any little thing, if someone really wants to get under your skin, they'll just say one little thing and they'll know, you know, that you'll act out of character. So yeah, I suggest finding a way of coping with emotions. Yeah, when someone is telling you a problem that they're having, or they're telling you a situation that's happening to them, never, and I repeat, never ever ever pull from a situation that you've had and been like, oh yeah, I also went through 1, 2, 3. No. Why are you trying to one up the person? No. They're not asking you for your input. Sometimes people just want to vent to you, and let them vent, you know? No. When you're adding in your experience, it makes it seem like you're making it about you. Granted, I feel like when I've done this sometimes, when I used to do this sometimes, I was just trying to relate so that they'd be able to understand that, you know, I was there for them, I understood what they were going through. But the truth is, everyone's experience is different, so you never understand what the other person is going through. So yeah, please be aware. I know ever since I like really thought about it, I've been, every single time I'm in a conversation, I'm like, don't say this, don't say that, don't say that, shh, 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 don't say that, don't say that. Yeah, y'all know that TikTok. Yeah, because it's not your place. It's your friends, your moms, your sisters, whatever. It's their time to vent to you or whatever. So just be a listening ear. Choosing your mental health over maintaining relationships. Now, don't get me wrong, back in the day, I used to be the person that would be like, no, but that's your mom, that's your brother, it's your sister, blah, blah, blah. No, they're family and they're older. That's someone who's older than you. Respect it, just keep quiet. But like, sometimes I just feel like this, especially in an African sense, we're taught to respect our elders, right? But sometimes I feel like the elders be pushing buttons and saying things that they know is wrong, but know that they won't get any repercussions because of that one rule that we've all been taught, right? But sometimes I think, no, call them out and tell them, hey, nah, I don't like what you said to me, 1, 2, 3, no, you can't say that, or whatever. Or even if it means walking away completely, even if it means moving to a new country or cutting off communication 100%. Honestly, I support it. Like, pray about it. And also, like, some people won't change, especially if they don't admit their faults. And even if you've tried to sit down and have a conversation and state, hey, this is how you hurt me and this is what you did, and they don't apologize and they're being narcissistic about it, I think it's best for you to walk away. Because at the end of the day, as much as family is important and everything, I don't think God wants you to suffer like that, right? And to be attacked by people. Yeah, the whole saying that blood is thicker than water, not always. There's some friends out there that might be more of a family to you than your real family, and that's okay. So yeah, walk away from toxic relationships, I say. Honestly, don't dim your light just because other people don't have that same confidence. Let me tell you something, okay? God has set you apart, okay? And you're confident and you got that, and that's great, okay? Don't try and shrink yourself just because, you know, Jack and Jill said 1, 2, 3 about whatever. Most of the time when people say something negative towards you, they're projecting their feelings onto you, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. The more and more you compare yourself to someone, the more and more, you know, you put yourself in a space where you're not mentally okay. Like, you know, you're jealous, you are depressed because you're seeing what other people your age or your peers are, you know, doing, and you're not even on that level yet, you know, and you're just like, Jesus, why am I not on this level? But, you know, things take time. Every person has, you know, the different path that they're meant to be on. And just because you see people winning on social media and whatnot doesn't mean that that's their reality every single day. You may not know what they're struggling with, so on the sidelines, right, than what they allow you to see. So yeah, just don't compare your life. Just be grateful for the things that you have. I know it may be easier said than done, but you know, trust me, it'll get better. It won't always be the way it is right now. Be yourself. Wherever you go, whether you're meeting new people or you're trying to create bonds with people, be yourself. That way, you know, when people are truly your friends, you know that they mess with you heavy, instead of being all fake and, you know, liking the part that the person that you portray but not the real you. It's just better to be yourself, you know. It's less exhausting that way, and you don't have to keep up act. You can just behave the way you normally behave on a daily basis, and yeah, if they don't like that, were they really your friend? And also, sometimes I feel like we worry too much about who's gonna like this, who's gonna like that, but I think what you need to start asking yourself more is, do I like this person? Because 9 times out of 10, you probably don't like that person either. Run away at the sight of any first red flag in whatever relationships, be it a friendship or a relationship you want to develop into like marriage. For instance, if someone shows you their true character, believe it, okay? Don't fall for potential. Don't fall for, you know, what they showed you. You never know, later on in that relationship, things could take a dark turn, and it would have been best if you had left when you weren't as emotionally attached. So don't spend time worrying about things that you cannot control and that are out of your control. I think it's somewhere in Matthew where Jesus speaks about how by worrying more will it add to the number of hairs on our head, which is no, it will not. So, you know, develop an attitude of, and it is what it is, right? Like, it's okay to be upset for a moment, or, you know, just worried for a moment, but then, you know, give yourself some time to deal with the emotions and then move on immediately, because you still got life to live, okay? And you can't be living it if you're busy worried about 10,000 things at a time, you know? And if someone can't change something that you want to point out within 2 minutes, don't bring it up. I.e., acne, for instance. If someone has acne, there's no need for you to be pointing out to them saying, oh, you have acne. Trust me, they know. They look at their face in the mirror all the time. They know. There's no need for you to mention it. If someone, for instance, is looking overweight, no need to point it out. They can't lose weight in 2 minutes. Okay, so immediately no. But if someone has spinach in their teeth, that can be fixed in 2 minutes. You can say, hey, you've got a little something in your teeth, and they can take it out and fix it. That's fine. So yeah, make sure you're wary of the comments that you make, you know? Just be kind. I think it's very important to choose kindness. I think if one thing that COVID taught us is that you never know what people are going through and what they're experiencing, and commenting on little things is just, there's no need for that really, because you might regret it later. Just be nicer to people. I feel like it costs $0 to just be kinder, okay? I'm not saying let people take advantage of you. I'm just saying show some compassion. Have some form of empathy, okay? We're human. Everyone makes mistakes. We're not meant to be perfect all the time. Lastly, the big 2-1 is be confident. I know it takes time. Trust me. But if you're younger, for instance, and you're watching this, or even if you're older, confidence will take you a long way. If you feel like you don't have that, it's fine. It'll be developed over time. My advice to you would be to fake it until you make it. Once you start to believe something in your head, no one can tell you anything else, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed this far, I really appreciate it. I definitely hope you learned something, you know, something valuable. If any of you have any advice that you think people would need to know, please share it down in the comment section below. I'd be really looking forward to it and to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.